In today's video, we're going to be looking at one of the most powerful small form factor graphics cards for our tiny ITX systems, the Inno3D 4070ti Super. Inno3D have really gone above and beyond with this card. Not only is it a really compact 2-slot card, but it's incredibly short at only 250mm. And to test it today, I'm going to give my aging S1 Ghost, which had an AMD 6800 graphics card, a new lease of life. Now this AMD 6800 has been a real workhorse of a card, and buying a reference meant that it's incredibly short and a 2-slot card fitting perfectly in ITX systems. But the 4070ti is both shorter and lighter than the AMD. Now I'm not going to go too heavy on gaming benchmarks with this graphics card. There are tons of 4070ti Super reviews out there, but we're going to be focusing on temperatures, power draw, and to see if this little card can maintain its cool in a tiny case. And if that goes to plan, I do plan a future build to put it in an even smaller ZS A4S case for a future build. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, if you want to see that one. The unboxing experience is very basic, as this is one of the more budget-friendly options. The card is well packed and has ports and PCI slot protectors and protective stickers on the fans. Also in the box is a 12 VHPWR adapter, which will connect to 2 of your 8-pin PCIe power cables on your power supply if you don't have a more modern power supply itself. Now, as mentioned, the card itself is incredibly compact, coming in at just 250mm in length, 105mm high, and just 42mm thick. And this is the 2-fan model with a metal backplate, and it's available in the white model I've got here or a black model. Okay, and let's install it into the Ghost. Now first, I do need to remove the older AMD 6800 graphics card, which was surprisingly larger and heavier than the actual card it's replacing. So this should make it much easier at putting in this 4070ti. Now the Ghost can strictly take a 2-card slot, which is why the Inno3D is absolutely perfect and slides in easily into the Ghost, and being so short, there's plenty of space for the excess cables down to the edge of the case. Now the 12 VHPWR power adapter is quite compact with this model, and it easily sits on top of the card, allowing me to push it down and then close the lid without putting any stress on the connector. Now let's fire it up and test some games. As I'm addicted to the finals at the moment, I wanted to give this a good test first. I'm running at 1440p epic settings, we'll be sitting at a comfortable 160 frames per second. The GPU was sitting at about 98% usage for most of the rounds, leading to about 250 watts of power draw. Temps got up to 70 degrees Celsius, and the fans are spinning at about 70% to keep those temps in check, leading to about 46 decibels of fan noise. Now, considering the size of this card and this case, I'm really impressed. Now, the Ghost S1 has very little airflow, with one small fan exhausting some of the hot air at the bottom and just some actual ventilation around the case itself. So it is going to be difficult getting the hot air out of this case. We also played a fair amount of Battlefield 2042, which is also a very demanding game, and that also played perfectly at 1440p highest presets. But when we played some more lightweight titles like Apex, this card did not even break a sweat, using only 125 watts to run the monitor's 144Hz at 1440p highest settings. This led to an amazing 56 degrees Celsius and only 30% of the fan speed. So for someone obsessed with building ITX systems like myself, this has got to be one of my favourite graphics cards released this year. And if you want to save some cash, you can also opt for the Inno3D 4070 Super model, which also comes in exactly the same size. So that's my thoughts on what is my favourite ITX graphics card of the year. As always, I'd love to know what you guys think. Pop it in the comment section down below and I will get back to you. And lastly, thanks for watching.